Howdy, everybody. I'm Greg, Bioinformatter on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Moxfield. And this is my final break of the day and probably the weekend, as far as I know. This is my third box of Double Masters 22, collector booster boxes. I have, already posted the videos for three of my draft box breaks, and yeah, my the last booster collector booster box break. It's still waiting in the queue for me to make it go live, but that second box was amazing. So this probably isn't going to beat it. I mean, my first box was like it was like a little subpar. Second box was incredible. And so we'll see. We'll see what this third box has in store. But I don't want to get my hopes up too much. Box is a little warped, but I don't think it means that anything's wrong. And yeah, this is the it's dual boxed. So the Russian nesting dolls of packaging, to kind of hide the fact that there's only 4 packs in these. We are accustomed to getting 6. But yep, they're getting our money anyhow, even at 4 packs. But like I said, my last box was just wow. So I can't wait to get that one posted. I just had another box in the queue, so I couldn't do anything about it yet. But here's the inner box, much like the outer box. And it's there. Okay, so we got our 1, 2, and our 3, 4. Count them, 4 packs. Ah ha ha. Okay. So these are our 4 magical packs here. Let's see what we can get away with here. Okay, so we have a Rift Bolt, Annoyed Altasar, 10th League, 10th District Legionnaire, Living Lightning, Capture Sphere, Flicker Wisp, Rectos Carnarium, Flicker Wisp, but borderless. So, the comparison for the arts. A Boros Garrison, borderless. We have a Kasali Pride Mage, borderless foil. So despite being only a common and not worth much, that's a very pretty card. And then we have a Bloodbraid Elf, borderless foil. We have a Seasoned Pyromancer in foil. Ooh. We have a Concordant Crossroads, borderless. So all creatures have haste. That's coming in handy. And it's a world enchantment, and I think it's a pretty good card. I don't know what it's worth, but I'm assuming it's up there. Bring Delight in foil etched, so I know that the regular version is in the jank territory. I don't know if the foil etched bumps it into something reasonable. Grand Arbiter Augustin borderless foil. So Maybe that's a leap in price from the standard ones. I mean, it's going to be some level, but I don't know if it hits it up into something fantastic or just kind of ordinary. Soldier and a zombie. Okay, so the Concordant Crossroads and actually Seasoned Pyromancer maybe or something. Um, when Seasoned Pyromancer enters the battlefield, discard 2 cards, then draw 2 cards for each non-land card discarded this way. Create a 1/1 red elemental creature token, and 3/2 red exile Seasoned Pyromancer from your graveyard and create 2 1/1 red elemental tokens. Yes, I don't know. I don't have a feel for that one. I've never played red, so I'm not as familiar with those cards. But we're into pack number 2, so let's see what happens here. So we got a Battlefield Promotion, Severed Strands, Knightly Valor, Is It Charm, Chronicler of Heroes. So we have a Bant Charm, a Boros Garrison, Thought Scour in the borderless. That's a common. We have the Inquisition of Kozilek as a borderless uncommon. We have Rampant Growth borderless foil. And even though it's a common, I think Rampant Growth is one that at least might be worth a little bit. Mentor of the Meek as a borderless foil uncommon. Grim Flayer in foil. I don't think that's a big deal, but a Teferi's Protection borderless is a big deal. At least a reasonable size deal, because I think that the regular one was in the 20s, I think. Skullbriar, the Walking Grave as foil etched. It's a cool card. I like it. Maybe the foil etch kicks it into reasonable territory, but ooh, okay. Kozilek, Butcher of Truth, borderless foil. It's a mythic, and the Eldrazi creatures in this set have been bombs. Bombs in a powerful and valuable way. So legendary creature Eldrazi. When you cast this spell, draw 4 cards. It's got Annihilator 4. And when Kozilek, Butcher of Truth is put into a graveyard from anywhere, its owner shuffles their graveyard into their library. So it costs 10 to get out. It's a 12/12. It has Annihilator 4. You get to draw off it, and you get the Annihilator 4 is like Ulamog, I'm assuming this is a pretty great card. A bear and a knight. Okay, so we're on to pack number 3. So we have Martial Glory, Stormfleet Pyromancer, Fireblade Artist, Lava Coil, Pirate's Pillage, Aether Mage's Touch, it's uncommon, Terminate Foil, uncommon. We have a beautiful common Coiling Oracle, borderless. We have a Selesnya Sanctuary borderless. We have the Young Pyromancer as a borderless foil. We have Burning Tree Emissary as a borderless foil. Nim Deathmantle as a foil. Surgical Extraction as a borderless. I think I had a regular version of the surgical extraction. I don't know if it was a foil or not, but I think that's in a reasonable territory. Atla Palani Nest Tender in foil etched. I think that's pretty good. You know, I don't value wise. I don't know. I actually haven't. I haven't run across this one in this set yet. Thousand Year Storm and Borderless Foil. So whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each other instant and sorcery spell you've cast before it this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies. For the copies. I actually don't know if that's like you know, mid-range rare or whether it's bigger than I think it is. Spider and a monk for the foil token. The grand finale for the weekend. Let's see. Titan Strength. Seeker's Squire. Gnarlback Rhino. Elvish Rejuvenator. Wingsteed Rider. Sultai Soothsayer. Heroic Reinforcements. Well, uncommon. We have the Rampant Growth, borderless. We have a Lightning Bolt in the borderless. We have Terminate as a borderless foil. We have Flicker Wisp as a borderless foil. We have Master Biomancer as foil. Ooh. Smothering Tithe and borderless. So I actually got a borderless foil version of this out of my first collector box. It's just that there wasn't a ton of other great stuff with it in that first box. Leonin Arbiter as a foil etched. I think regular Leonin was too low to be considered as EV, so yeah, I don't know how that will work out. Supreme Verdict as borderless foil. That's... wow. It's pretty. I don't know what it is value-wise, but we will find out in a second. So there's a Drake and a Phyrexian Golem. So... let's look up the rares and mythics and see how we did. Okay. Control find. Supreme. So for Supreme Verdict, borderless foil is $17.69, so not too shabby. Find Leonin. So Leonin as a foil etched. Foil is $11.45. Okay, so it was enough to boost it up. Smothering Tithe and borderless is 36. So that's very good. Master Biomancer and foil is only 99 cents. So So 1,000-Year Storm and borderless foil is 1324. So Atla Palani, as foil etched, is 465. So yes, it wasn't as good as I thought it might be. Surgical Extraction borderless is 1017. Kozilek, the Butcher of Truth. This is a borderless foil is 84.95. Whoa. So that is definitely excellent. So the Skullbriar foil etched 1871. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether to trust that value. I'm going by, in the add to your collection, and it's got the low, the mid, and the high, and the foil etched says 1871, but it's got it's got extremes of 425 and 5172. So and the normal one is only $1. So I think that's suspicious. But still, it's an awesome card. And having the foil etch version, which is being considered the best version here. Yeah. So that's we'll see. It's still a cool card, regardless. For a counter deck. So Teferi's Protection in borderless is 23.99. Or no, 23. Huh. This is odd. But the borderless is less by change than just the regular version. Yeah, so I don't know, but still, it's a 20, above 20 card. The Grim Flare in just foil. Yeah, it's just $1. Fine. Seasoned Pyromancer. And foil is 47.48. Wow. Even better than I thought. Okay, so with the Grand Arbiter, in a borderless foil, it's 13.48. Okay, Bring to Light foil etch is cheap. But Concordant Crossroads and borderless is 29.40. Okay, so to recap, we have our Kozilek at the top end. Seasoned Pyromancer and Smothering Tithe are both in second place. We have a Concordant Crossroads. Then we have our next tier of Grand Arbiter, borderless foil, Teferis in borderless, Skullbriar in foil etched, Thousand Year Storm borderless foil, and Supreme Verdict in borderless foil. And we have a Surgical Extraction and a Leonin Arbiter in foil etched. And then we have our jank rares. So I say this box is probably at least close to being even, if not above a little. And it's definitely got some heat in it. So yeah, so the top four, I think, are pretty great here. So the Kozilek, foil, borderless foil. We have the Seasoned Pyromancer in foil, the Smothering Tithe borderless, and Concordant Crossroads borderless. So those are just all awesome. And so yeah, I think it's only my first box that was probably a little under, at least. But it did have a Smothering Tithe borderless foil in it. So I can't complain too much. And the last box was a true banger. This one is a reasonable second. There's one more of these in the pipeline, so I don't know when it's going to get here. Probably Monday. I don't think. I may get surprised with the Sunday delivery, but we'll see how it goes. But I hope you enjoyed this break of the Double Masters 2022 collector's box. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the future for more videos. Thanks. Bye.